Good morning. Welcome to Coffee Talk with Soy, your new morning show where real talk happens every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Good morning. How y'all doing? How y'all doing in the cafe? Are you ready for some hot and steamy conversation this morning? What you drinking on? What you sipping on? Caramel macchiato. That's my favorite beverage right there. That's how I get my day started. Hot and steamy.
My mother and I had a fantastic relationship.
This is Steven, and I just wanted to share.
You should always be in a place where you're celebrated. Life is too short to stay somewhere and tolerate it.
If you cannot help a person, don't hurt them, especially with women. Soy's just whole essence is to bring out the best in other people.
Something that touches other people, and that's what your show does. It doesn't. It's not just conversation as you started. It actually has a purpose.
Good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone, and welcome to Coffee Talk with Soy, your new morning show where real talk happens every Saturday at 10 a.m. It's your girl Soy bringing you stimulating conversation to the Brew Nation. It's always a joyous occasion here in the cafe. Think on it, drink on it, let's talk now. If Soy means I am, therefore you are bold, beautiful, intelligent, amazing, and leaving your insecurities and inabilities to be tested, then rested while you have real talk with Soy. Welcome to the cafe where you can always come on in, y'all, and unapologetically be you. It's a new dawning day. Good morning. It's 2021. It's a new year. What does that mean? What does that mean to y'all? What does that mean? I've been thinking about this new year and this new me and what I can do differently. I know y'all been thinking about it. We haven't had nothing but time to think. So if you haven't figured things out for yourself by now, I don't know what to tell you because we had more time than we planned to have. And I've seen posts and getting emails and seeing pictures where people are doing things that they never thought they would do, good and bad, because of this pandemic. But it's a new year, y'all. It's a new day. It's another opportunity to do something different. And I'm looking for that in life. Y'all should wake up with that in mind as well. Wake up every day to do something different. So good morning to y'all. Good morning to my Facebook listeners and support. Thank you so much. 2020 has been great, but we're gonna take it up a notch in 2021. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I want to see. I want to see my entrepreneurs who've been grinding, right? Grinding 2020, 2019. And some of us have a skill that we've had for years, right? And you want to build it and you want to grow your platform, expand your territory, right? And so we're hoping that you do that in 2021, and I want to partner with you on some things. So I want to apologize for the audio. People are having some audio issues this morning, so I want to apologize for that while we try to clean that up. So if you're having any problems not hearing and you're on Facebook or you're on Twitch, give me a thumbs up, whether you can see me, hear me, whether the quality is good so we can keep on moving. Thumbs up, thumbs down, sad faces. You know, I can read the language. Good morning, Duchess. Duchess tuning in from the A-Town. So good morning. Duchess is going to be on the show later this month. She has an amazing product and a service that she has out there. So for all of you who hang out, or let me not say hang out, let me say you visit the Cigar Lounge. We have some cigar talk coming up for y'all later this month. So y'all stay close to the Facebook page, the website for all the upcoming shows. All right, are we ready to move on, my producer? All right, bear with us. Now, What I've done is I have this little thing that I call espresso shout out, and it's an opportunity for me to shout out a person or a company that I think have just done something amazing or just have impressed me or moved me. And I want to share that this morning. So my espresso shout out this morning goes to Sharon Washington. Sharon Washington of P3 Solutions. Now, Sharon is a marketing expert, and her tagline is Market Simple. She teaches people how to market their products. She's wrote books. She's a professor. She's from the DC area, and she's always on social media talking about marketing. She's marketing herself, and she's teaching us how simple, quote unquote, that marketing is or should be. Now, outside of her marketing, her brand, her product, her service, she's like working out, y'all. Now she's starting to cook and change her diet. And what she's done recently is to share her appearance with us from, I think, like 2018, 2019. And she's showing how she, through her lifestyle changes, how she's lost weight through working out. She announces that she has diabetes, and she is just on the grind. She has motivated me. I want y'all to check her out, okay? Sharon Washington, P3 Solutions. I'm going to put it in there, and y'all need to follow her trends, follow her on social media. She gives me life, and I just want to say shout out to Sharon Washington. She is my espresso shout out this Saturday morning because she's working out, she's eating, she's managing her health issues, and she is the epitome of resilient. You know, she just keeps bouncing back, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So good morning, good morning. How many of you appreciate people and you let them know that? You let them know you appreciate them. You thank people for what they do for you. You know, we can't just be bitching and moaning and groaning and complaining when things aren't going right. We got to take a minute to thank the people who make it happen. Thank the people who make it work for us. And sometimes they're sitting right next to us and we never give them a hug. We never give them a kiss, give them a bottle of water. Or better yet, just pour them a cup of coffee and say thank you. You know, we got to do that. We got to show that we appreciate the people who stand by us the most. So with that being said, you know, you can't just, what they say, you gotta walk it, you gotta talk it and walk it. So therefore, let me thank my daughters who always support me, Jasmine and Courtney. Let me thank my boo thing who always support me. Let me thank my producer who always support the show. He makes it happen. He works tirelessly, and as you all know, that anytime you're doing something where you are, first of all, doing it live, one thing, where you don't have the ability to kind of go back and rewind and clean it up and put a little more makeup here, more lipstick here. No, you got to just roll with it, even when you have difficulties with technology. So shout out to the producer of things that work tirelessly to make this happen. So I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. She's also has a social media platform, and she tirelessly works to just kind of helping people building up their credit. She has become this guru, I guess, over the past year specifically with just dealing with the issues of funding. And she's been trying to help people find money and count your pennies, right? She's helping you to stack your bank by utilizing government resources to get funding that you qualify for. People lean on her, pull on her. I pull on her too, y'all. And she can handle it. She can handle it. And what she does is she helps you save money. She helped you save money. And I'm so honored to have her back into the studio with me. So y'all give it up I want y'all welcome with your virtual applause. Let's give it up for our, she's not a guest anymore. She's almost family, but she's back in the cafe with me. So Shamika Saves is here with me in the studio. So good morning, Shamika. How are you? Good morning, dear.
You're listening.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm sorry, you back in, you're back in. How you doing, baby? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Happy New Year to you and your listeners. Hope you can hear me.
Oh yeah, you coming in loud and clear. Loud and clear. All right. Before we get into the show, let me just let y'all know that Shamika is in the she's with us in the Florida area, but her services extend way out of her state range. She is knowledgeable, definitely a dear-hearted woman, and she know her stuff. So I'm proud to have you back in here as we talk about stimulus, grants, and loans.
Yes, yes, money, money, money. So, well, let me first say to everybody, to your listeners, that if you have been waiting for a sign that this is your season, this is your season. I hope that the majority of you took advantage of your season in 2020 to get the majority of the loans. But if not, you have the ability to go out there and do it again this time around with the second bill. So this is your season, y'all.
All right, so we're back at this this second round of stimulus for people. What can they expect to happen as they receive their stimulus for the second time around?
Okay, so for those that may or may not know, this second stimulus is really just a chip, the very first stimulus that we've gotten, which will explain why we did not receive the $1,200 that we did the first time. The only thing that they did was increase the amount that you can get for dependents. So the first stimulus was $1,200 for the actual tax filing and $500 per dependent. And the second stimulus is $600 for the tax filing and their dependents. Now, to clarify dependents, because a lot of people ask, dependents, according to the IRS, is anyone that is under the age of 17. Also, IRS, they will pay you for as many dependents as you claim, but most people claim no more than 3 dependents on a tax return because IRS doesn't give you any more earned income tax credit. So, if you are someone that has, allowed someone to claim someone else, whether it be a child, a family member, or what so, should receive their stimulus, except the individuals that are 17 to 24, and individuals who were non-filers, I believe, they still get it this time too. So everybody who got it the first time gets it again, except 17 to 24. In some cases, SSI recipients have to be kind of mindful to see if they're going to get one. There's been a lot of changes with this stimulus that has come down. I know a lot of guys ask me, my bank account changed. I've moved. How do I get my check? And if you guys haven't been paying attention to the news, you can see the IRS is really messed up this time again with issuing stimulus checks. So I am cautioning everybody to do 2 things. One, wait to file your taxes, because if you don't receive a second stimulus, then you are going to need to claim it on your taxes. So wait, if you can, to file your taxes. If you notice, tax season has already started, but it doesn't feel like it. Because normally by now, people have gotten their advance checks and all of that, but too many people are scared to file because they don't know if they're getting the second stimulus or not, so they're trying to wait. So I would tell your audience to do that. And then the second thing I would tell them to do is not to file their taxes, or whoever they go to, make sure their tax preparer has the new form in their software that lets you claim your second stimulus. Because if not, you're gonna miss out on getting money that you should. So
When you
it's
say
it's a little complicated.
when you say that we can claim it on our taxes, what do you mean? Do we claim it as income or is it a tax break?
It's a refundable credit. So when I say claim it, there's a recovery rebate worksheet that's built inside of all the tax software. Right now, they only have the first stimulus recovery rebate worksheet in the software. IRS still has to push to include the second one. Some software companies have it already built in by now, and some still are waiting. So my tax clients, I'm telling them, if they can wait, we want to wait until around the 15th. That'll at least will give you enough time to know if you want to wait to see if the check's gonna come or if you're gonna get a direct deposit. And when you put it on your when you put it on your refund or your rebate recovery worksheet, all you want to do is answer the question, how much did you receive? And when you put down how much you received, or if you got zero, that's fine too. It will calculate with the rest of your information to either give you more of a refund, or it may just it's gonna be different for everybody. So some people will get some extra money in their check. I will say that, but I won't say everybody because I don't want people getting excited. So I'm telling everybody that every case is going to be different. It's really going to have a lot to do with your dependents and your income. But definitely plan. Definitely want to plan.
So Shamika, I have one question from the audience. Someone said that they got a stimulus the first time when it was $1,200, but they didn't get one this time. And what could be the reason for that?
Well, first, if you want to check the status of your stimulus, all you have to do is go to irs.gov/E as in Ed, I as in Isaac, P as in Paul. So irs.gov/EIP, and that's the economic something payment. I can't even think of what it is right now. But all you got to do is go there. You can type in your information. A lot of people have been getting bank account numbers that don't match. I even got 4 additional stimulus checks in my account on Sunday. So the IRS is all over the place a little bit. So if it shows not available, if it shows payment not available or status not available, IRS put out some guidance saying that you can be prepared to claim it on your taxes. Now, I say that because that's what IRS put out. But yesterday, in my inbox, I had about 4 people got the payment unavailable, and IRS only claimed on their taxes, and then next thing I know, they woke up the next day, and they got a check in the mail. So for each individual person, you're gonna have to decide within yourself when you wanna let it be a cutoff date of how long you're gonna wait for your stimulus before you go and claim it on your taxes. Because right now, IRS is saying a lot of stuff, but what they're doing is not matching up with what's happening.
Okay. So repeat that website again for those who didn't catch it before, where they can check the status. I want to post it on the feed.
Yes, irs.gov/EIP. Economic injury payment, I believe, but yes, EIP. They can go right there, they can check their status and see. Don't be surprised if it comes back, status not available, that is gonna happen. Checks should still be coming out this week. Also, your EIP card. So a lot of people did not get those the first time. An EIP card is something similar to the food stamp card. You know, you get your EBT card, it's gonna be similar, but it's gonna be the EIP card. And so the IRS did such a bad job of issuing these payments that they are now also starting next week. They're going to send out 15 million EIP cards, so your money could possibly show up on a card.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Good information. All right, so we're gonna move on to my favorite part of this conversation. But before we do that, I need to take a minute to pause for the cause, and we need to drop this advertisement. So we're going to do our call for ads. We got to pay the bills, and we'll be right back. All right.
Have you heard? Sponsorships are requested. Coffee Talk with Soy is looking for dynamic entrepreneurs like yourself. If you're motivated, energetic with a message or product, consider advertising with us. It's a win-win. For more information on those advertising and sponsorship packages, visit the website Coffee Talk with Soy or call me at 515-I-GOT-SOY. And again, that's 515-I-GOT-SOY.
All right, all righty, all righty, all right. All right, and another area of expertise. I mean, this woman just got so many, so many badges and so many skill sets and just knowledgeable and so many other things. But the next area that I want to talk about is the EDIL. So we're going to talk about the loans that were available for those for the COVID relief options. So if you, Shamika, go ahead and share with us some information about the EDI. The EDO grant.
Yes. So, just so you guys know, some people say EIDL, the SBA calls it the idle loan. I was listening to a webinar, and the whole time I was confused, like, what loan are they talking about? But now I realize they don't call it EIDL like we do, they call it idle. So, if you hear that, that's the interchange of how they use it. So, the different part about this loan that's going to be different this time from the first stimulus is that according to the SBA rules, now y'all let me say according to, so although you can't see me, I am virtually putting up parentheses with my fingers. So not parentheses, but y'all get what I'm saying. So I'm putting them up. So so SBA guidance says that no new businesses that were formed after February 15th, no new businesses formed after February 15th, 2020 can apply. So the only individuals that can apply this time technically are supposed to be second time borrowers only. So second time borrowers, if you got an EIDL or an idle loan, you can re-borrow. They do not call it they don't call it getting a new loan. They call it a second draw. So you are able to get a second draw up to, because these loans go up to $2 million. So if you can demonstrate the need, the max is $2 million. So you get to do a second draw of your loan you got the first time. You have 24 months from the date that your loan was issued to go back and request more money. Now the downside is if you are someone wanting to apply for the first time, you cannot. Now, back to when I was doing my little air finish, okay? So that's what the SBA guidance says, but the guidance said that last time, but people still were able to go on and do it as first time business. Now, I'm not encouraging anybody to do it, but I will tell you that if you're interested and you got an extra 5 to 7 minutes, you can always just go and see if you slip through the cracks because a lot of people did the first time. But the loan was not designed for first time borrowers this time around. But I am not telling anybody not to do it because my motto is if you think you qualify, you apply. All they can do is tell you no. So second time draw up to $2 million. You got 24 months from the time you got your first loan to get this money. So that loan application will be open next weekend. They have not come out with a hard date, so between January 12th and January 14th. So that's between Friday and Sunday of next weekend that it will be open. And also with the items, they had a grant, $10,000 grant. So this time around, same thing. Only people that can get the $10,000 grant are the individuals who got the grant the first time, but got less than $10,000. So let me run it back for you really quick. When the idle loan first came out, telling you you can get $10,000 grant just for applying. Then all of a sudden, it was $1,000 per each employee up to 10, which would give you $10,000. So the SBA changed the rules right in the middle. But what happened was SBA got a lot of flack. They got a couple lawsuits, and what changed is the SBA now is saying that anybody who applied for the EIDL grant and got less than 10,000 and was rejected. So if you applied for the 10 and you didn't get the 10, but you end up getting 1,000, well now they're going to give you the other 9,000. So anybody from March 16th on, March 16, 2020 on, if you did not get your full 10,000, you can go back and get the remaining funds.
Shamika, what was the qualifying factors for being able to get approved for that?
Actually, the only qualifying factor was you just had to be a business that was in existence by February 15th, 2020. That's it. And individuals were able to just go on there and claim it. And, you go through the regular loan application, but right at the end, it would ask you how many employees. And then they would give you $1,000 based off each employee that you had at the 10. But now, so if somebody got 5,000, they can go back and get the remaining. They are not saying how the application is going to look yet, because mind you, this does not start until next weekend. But I am encouraging everybody, even those who did it the first time, do it anyway, because remember, some people slip through the cracks, and a lot of people did the first time. So if you want to get your hands on some money, go and do it. Another thing, and this is really quick, is some of the verbiage in these loans are stating that they want to give money to African Americans first, because we didn't get a lot of it. A lot of low income did not get it. So when these loans open, the bill is SBA is asking for us to get us as in African Americans, we got the first 2 days to go in and apply for these things, because we get first consideration. So the first 2 days that the PPP is open, and the first 2 days that the EIDL is open, I'm encouraging all my melanated friends to go on in and apply, because we get first dibs.
Okay. Now, when you say that the main factor is that they have a business that is in existence, what proof is needed for those who didn't, who may have fallen short the first time? What would they need to make sure they have?
Okay, so the SBA will ask you for tax returns. And the reason they ask you for tax returns, and I'm just gonna tell y'all, is because they know a lot of us did not file our businesses on our taxes, but we still had a business. So if you apply for a loan and they ask you to send in your tax transcript form or send in your 2019 taxes, simply reply to them and ask them, will they accept your articles of incorporation or your articles of organization? Meaning, will they just accept your paperwork from the Secretary of State proving that you have filed your paperwork and paid your fees to become a legitimate business in your state? Now, they had asked me for tax paperwork, but I read the handbook, so I knew that I didn't have to send that. That is just that's one of their first go-to things to ask. And again, because they know a lot of people did claim it on their taxes. So if you file anything and they ask you for taxes, reply back to them and ask them, can you just supply your articles of organization, to prove that your LLC is formed or that your corporation is formed. Now, if you're a sole proprietor, you're going to have a bit of a harder time, because just having a fictitious name is just not enough. You will need, if you have a business bank account, to show that you have transactions under that fictitious name, that helps. Or if you actually claim your fictitious name on your taxes, that would suffice. So the biggest thing that we've had a problem with, African Americans, is we just have not been able to prove that we had a real business. And so we want to be able to do that. So, business bank account, or your Secretary of State, and of course your tax returns would be good enough for them.
Okay. All right, and if y'all need help with that, she does taxes too. So You can visit her at you want to give them your web address for that?
Absolutely. Yes. So you guys can find me at Shamika Aves, and that's SHAMIKA SAVES.com. That's also all of my social media. I do videos on YouTube. That's where I talk about credit, and I get into more depth into almost a lot of topics. So if you guys want to follow me on any of my social media platforms, you can. And I also do a show Monday at 7 p.m. on my Facebook, my YouTube page, just to answer questions. Because a lot of people come with the same questions, but I want to make sure that we try to get out as much correct information to people so that we can get everything that we qualify for. That is part of the issue, is that there are so many people that say, well, I didn't even know I could apply for the loan, and they struggle. But yes, you can. We have to stop being scared and ask, and let's go ahead on and make the attempt and try. Because all they can do is say no.
Yeah. And let me tell you, and when you get the answer no, y'all, anything you do, not just these loans, but as you progressing in life and building your business or building your brand, we got to stop being afraid and kind of get out there. And when we get the answer no, find out why. Because then you can go back, and that's where you know where your areas of improvement is. And you focus on that area. So the next time you go up, you're going to get a yes. Now let's move on to the PPP. What's the difference between the EIDL and the PPP?
So, I tell you the easiest difference is no credit check. So, all right. So if y'all got bad credit, this is the loan for you. So the PPP is the Paycheck Protection program, and originally it was designed for businesses that have employees to make, so you can claim your payroll and get 2.5% of that. And a lot of people have done very well with this loan. What I like about the loan, one is there's no credit check. 2, sole proprietors can apply. And 3, it is less, I say they have a little less scrutiny than they do with the EIDL. When you do the EIDL loan, it goes right to a rep, and they start taking your application apart. This is a little different. You can go to your financial institution and you can sit down with them and do the application. I don't recommend that. Banks tend to be very picky. They want you to have an account with them. They're all in your business because you're right there in front of them. But if you're interested in getting a PPP loan, plus during the COVID, you may want to sit home and do it on your couch. Well, you can. So I'm going to drop a couple names for you. So you might want to write this down if you want to post them later. But a couple of my favorite places would be, you can go to Womply. That's WOMPLY. You can go to Lendio, LENDIO. You can go to Bluevine, BLUE, Vine, VINE. You can go to Biz2Credit. That's BIZ, the number 2, and credit, all together, one word. There are a ton of places you can go, and if you can any other ones that you guys know, please put them below, because I love to share that information with other people. That's the only way we're gonna grow. We gotta cross teach each other, cross educate. But you can go to these websites. You can put your company name in there, your company information, and they're going to ask you to upload a 2019 taxes with your Schedule C, or if you have a tax preparer, because individuals who don't prepare taxes will not be able to generate a tax form. But if you have a tax preparer, you can do, I don't like to call it a dummy tax, but it pretty much is, because the SBA says that you can upload tax returns for 2020, whether you have submitted them or not. So these tax returns can be a guesstimate of what you believe your sales or your loss in sales would be, and not necessarily have to be the correct information, because, well, I don't know what my fourth quarter sales were, well, I do know what my fourth quarter sales were for 2020, but they give you the option to do a dummy tax, pretty much. So you can work with your tax preparer to come up with the 25% reduction, because there does need to be a 25% reduction in your sales. They break the quarters down to 4 quarters, first, second, third, and fourth quarter, and you can put in what your sales were for 19, And then when you put in your sales for 2020, you gotta make sure there's a reduction, because if there's no reduction in sales, you will not qualify for the loan. That's what they're harping on this time. So you gotta make sure, just so you know, the number in 2020 needs to be less than the number in 2019, and at least by 25%. So you'll be able to upload your bank statement or voided check, your driver's license front and back, and they will need the tax return. And that's pretty much it. They come back with a quote. You actually can do a pre-application right now if you choose. Now, the PPP opens on Monday, but it only opens on Monday for first-time borrowers. Okay? So I just want you guys to know, first-time borrowers on Monday, second-time borrowers on Wednesday. So if you already got one and you're going back, I am advising you to go back to the same bank or the same financial institution that you went through the first time, because it's going to be a simplified process. It's like just a few questions. If nothing major has changed, all they're going to do is give you the quote and issue the money, because everything else in your account has already been verified. So Wednesday is when second-time borrowers can do it. First-time borrowers on Monday, make sure you have those documents handy, so that, it can just be uploaded. And of course, like I said, it goes by your average monthly payroll. So, even if you're a sole proprietor, you made money, you had to pay yourself. So, whatever amount you put as your monthly payroll, times that by 2.5%, and that should be what you will receive back from your quote for the PPP.
All right. So I have a couple of questions for you. Shamika.
Okay.
One question is the loan forgivable?
Yes, the loan is forgivable. If you are planning on filing a PPP forgiveness, please wait. Do not file it just yet. The guidance is not all the way completed. So far, and I just checked this last night, they are making the PPP forgivable up to 150K. So that's awesome. And if you got the PPP the first time, I don't know if you remember, but if you had gotten the item grant, they took 10,000 from you, because they were saying, well, we're not going to forgive that. We're not going to forgive your 100% of your PPP plus you got the grant. They've changed that now. So now if you got the grant for 10,000, that's forgivable. You add on your taxes, but you don't pay it back. But on the PPP, that will be forgivable up to 150. And if I'm not mistaken, you can have some write-offs. So for business owners, it's looking like it could be pretty good for you with PPP and 2021 taxes that'll be coming up next year. So I would say just to wait until the final guidance is done and then do the forgiveness application.
Okay. The other question was, is there a cap on how much you can get?
The PPP goes up to, I believe it goes to $2 million as well. There are going to be some the differences in what you have to provide is depending on the loan amount. So if you're seeking a loan amount that's like over 150,000, there are some additional documents. Now, mind you, unfortunately, there is no one answer for all of these questions, because the federal government made the bill, but then they sent that information to SBA. SBA came up with their own guidance. Then they sent it to the bank. So each individual bank has their own guidance as well. So every lender may have something different. So for example, if you go to some of those sites that I listed, if you were to do a pre-application, you'll see that some of the documents they ask you to upload are going to be different each company. It's kind of weird, but some of them want a little more, some want a little less. So although I'm giving you this today, you may go to a lender and it may be something extra or something less. But the max is $2 million on these loans. They actually could go up more than that if you know how many employees you have. But that is where the cap, at least for the lender that I'm most familiar with, is lending up to.
So I have a question, and this is for me. This is my question. So when they say employees, is this like contract employees or like employees that you're paying benefits and all that on? How do you define employee? Or how do they
Then
define?
so hold on, because I did do me a screenshot of a couple things. So they have, and so the employees are based differently on how you got your business structure. So they have, all right, so for contractors, and they have contractors and non-employees, which will be your 1099. Those will be your 1099, because that's what they're asking those individuals to upload. When they say employees, they're talking about the ones that you would claim on your 940 or your 941 forms. Those are your quarterly forms that you send the IRS showing that, how much you deducted in taxes and how much you paid. That would be the employees that they are referring to.
Okay.
So
So that's gonna hurt some of our entrepreneurs who may not have employees on payroll, but they may have contracting people that they pay. So they wouldn't be able to list them as employees then.
well, from the guys that I see, I have not seen you able to claim contract employees, because the contract employee can also apply for the loan for themselves, because they are considered independent contractors. So that's probably why they're not allowing it. I have not seen it, and let me tell you guys, I read all day and all night, and still this stuff changes. But I can tell you for the first time, independent contractors, they encourage them to file on their own. So if you are an Uber driver, those type of things, I would tell you to file. I mean, file. Even if you don't get a lot, it's not really about, yes, it is about what you get, but what I want everybody to understand is, I want you guys to get in. So, because once you get in, the reborrow process is so much easier. So even if you get a $3,000-4,000, not a lot, it helps. But we don't know how long this pandemic is going to go. We don't know if we're going to get this third stimulus. And if we do, a third stimulus means, in some cases, more funding. So now you wouldn't have to apply it the first time. You would be able to apply it as a second time drawer and get more money. So I want people to get their foot in the door. That's my main thing. But if you are an independent contractor, I would tell you to apply on your own. If you work by yourself, that's what I did. I worked on my own, and I was able to still secure a PPP loan. I had no employees. So, if you guys are stuck and you have any questions about that, we can talk offline, because everybody's situation is a little different. And so it's hard to give an answer for everybody. It's just giving a general overview. But I definitely tell you, apply, and apply.
Okay. Good stuff. Let's see if I have any more questions. Any more questions for Shamika on the PPP? Let's see. This is a lot of information, y'all, and don't be intimidated. Yeah, I'm going to recap some of this. I've been taking notes, not only for myself, but I look out for y'all too. So I've been taking notes for you, and I'm going to share it on the feed too. And listen, y'all, go to my website. If you ever need contact information from a guest that's been on the show, go to the website. There is a Contact Soy page on there where you can enter that information, and if it's a show that you want more information on or contact information and you're not on Facebook, but you saw the show either on YouTube or by Twitch, that's fine. I am here to help you. We are all in this together. So hit me up on my website. Not on Facebook really, because we don't own Facebook, and as you see now, with what's going on with 45 and social media can stop and they can close your account at any time, but you can always go to the website. I own that. So you can go to that, contact me by the Contact Soy page and put whatever information or message you have for me, or you can always call me on 515 I Got Soy. It's easy to remember. 515 I Got Soy. Okay. Okay. Oh, while we at the Facebook, no, I'm sorry. While we at the webpage, let me go ahead and drop this in there. Business directory. If you are an entrepreneur, do go to the business directory. We want to list you there. So if you don't see yourself there, then you should, which means that you need to contact me to submit your business information so that we can list you there. We want to build, or I want to build a network where we can all barter services and grow together. You know, we can share contact information, we can share clients, we can share resources. So join this network. The net worth is valuable. So join this network of this Soy's Business Directory. I want you to be a part of this because I want to see you raise your business, increase your profits, and everything for 2021. All right?
Right.
Cool. All right, any other questions? Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, so I got two things I wanted to add. And so I wanted to tell those whose business has started after February 15th, 2020, please don't feel down and out as if you won't get any money. When the stimulus gets to rolling, that means that our economy is being stimulated with the government pouring money out into a lot of nonprofit organizations. So if you have not been eligible or lucky enough to get any of this good old government money, don't worry, you can get you some good old grant money from a nonprofit and a corporation. So if you don't know where to look, one, of course, y'all please follow me because I do search the web and try to come as many. For example, Beyonce right now, Beyonce and NAACP are doing a $5,000 grant for individuals who need housing and utility assistance. But there are more. There's teacher grants. There's grants for education institutions, people who want to do nonprofit, activities with children. You can go to sites like Hello Alice. It's Hello HELLO Alice ALICE. You can create an account there, and they actually match you with grants according to what your business is. So you can go there, it's free. You can also go to Hello Alice, and there's one more that you can go to see grants and be matched up. Don't worry, it'll come back to me. If not, I'll give it to you so it goes to your audience. And also, I wanted to tell you guys, also do not feel left out or behind or anything, because I encourage everyone to get a business, start a business. We don't want to be sole proprietor simply because we want business credit. So even if you can't get the money right now, you can still, or you should still, set up and incorporate your business and become a separate entity so that you can start getting double the credit, your personal credit and your business credit. So don't look at this situation as a loss if you can't get in right now. This was really like a wake-up call for a lot of you guys to say, hey, we can make money just by having a business. You know, rich people have been doing this for a long time. That's why they have several of them. And, if you have 5 businesses, yes, sir, and yes, ma'am, you can have 5 additional lines of business credit on top of your personal. So you have to learn to play the game the way the game is to be played if you want to be in the running to be able to get funding. So don't give up hope if you're not able to get any of this money that's coming around. There are a lot of grants. There's going to be stuff coming from your county government, your local, your local government, your state government, and then of course the federal government. So be on the lookout for money and everywhere. So that's exactly what I do. I'm always searching to see what news that I can apply for. So don't think you can't get your hands on money. You can't.
And I
just, that saying about hook the crook, we're gonna get it.
and let me just piggyback off of that real quick and say that a lot of times we're already doing something on the side. Most of us have a talent or skill or service or a hobby that we've been doing for years. We're great at doing something and we do it for other people, and we're getting compensated for it. Yeah, listen, there are benefits to that. Don't walk around in silence, missing out on your opportunities to grow and be blessed. Listen, contact me. If you need to set up your business, you need to set those things up, contact me. Or if you just want to be counseled about whether you should or not, contact me. I have a network of people who can assist you. So do reach out to me and let me know what those concerns are so I can help you grow, okay? And get all of the information you need, the resources you need to help you be successful at what you are doing. Okay, we got to walk away from, what happened in the house, stay in the house. No, share that information. Holler at me so I can help you and provide you or put you in touch with people who can help get you to the next level. All righty. All right. Shamika, I have enjoyed you. I have enjoyed you being in the cafe with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. And thank you for hanging out with me today.
No problem. You guys take care. Have a happy New Year. Catch me on social media. And remember, if you think you qualify, apply. Right?
If you think you qualify, apply. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And y'all, listen, there's gonna be more Shamika Saves on Soy. I'm gonna have her the second Saturday of the month, so she'll be here next month. Talking about other opportunities to build your business and build your business credit, okay? And talking about finance and taxes. So it'll be Super Saturday with Shamika Saves on the second Saturday of the month. So y'all look out for her next month. And if you need her in between there, you can visit her website, shamikasaves.com. All right. Now, one of the things I also want to do, and I want to do this before we close, my producer is giving me the red light. But I want to share with you my I am affirmations. I say them daily. I think they're an awesome way to encourage yourself. During COVID, some of us have been living alone, so you may have missed out on the opportunity to have so many other people around you. But baby, you can encourage yourself. And I want to share my affirmation for today. Let me get it up over here. And it's time. I think it's relevant to you. I am resilient. It is often that during the most challenging times that there is the greatest opportunity for life's lesson. I am resilient and I can get through anything. I am resilient. That you are. So remember that as you go on your journey. Remember that as you go along your way. Remember that as if you encounter any challenges or differences throughout the week. You are resilient. You are resilient. You can do this. And I appreciate all of you who have hung out with me today. If you got a lot of information that you think is valuable to you, do share this information, share the live feed, share the website with others, post it on your page as well. I would appreciate that, and I think others would too. So let's go and grow together. I thank y'all for hanging out with me today. Happy New Year. Prayers to all of you who are struggling and challenged during this COVID pandemic. And I pray that you stay safe. I pray that you continue to wear your mask and that you social distance at all times. Happy Saturday. Have a great week.
Stay connected, folks, by visiting the website CoffeeTalkwithSoy.com, as well as looking for us under your social media sites. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram under the name Coffee Talk with Soy. Remember, the size of the problem is never the issue. Remember, it's the size of you. Be great because you are awesome. Tell them Soy said so. Thanks for listening. Have a great week. Bye-bye.